Oh, I don't even have the good one with me and Pauline. I just got that one. You're taking the absolute
I think it's
piss out of it.
almost a kiss.
Almost. This close.
He's so close.
We're here in Griffith. It's a town about 6 hours out of Sydney, and you might have heard about them recently following the Farrer by-election. This town, out of many in the electorate, have voted One Nation MP David Farley to represent them. Some of the biggest issues that people are facing here are water, a mental health crisis, and an ongoing healthcare crisis. We're here to find out what people think about their new MP and about some of the biggest struggles facing regional Australia at the moment. Would you like to be interviewed about your town?
No, thanks.
What Sydney folks don't get about it? Regional Australia? Hello. How are you? What do you like about Griffith?
Oh, yeah, just the people.
I think that we're very friendly, and I think everybody knows everybody else's name.
They used to call Griffith the marijuana country. We've got a reputation, but I've never seen that either.
We're not quite as sleepy as people think we are.
Our community is very resilient. It's hectic and getting more and more busy.
Well, did you vote for One Nation?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Obviously, you've had your recent by-election. Did that result surprise you?
No, it didn't.
Did that result surprise you?
Not really.
Why is that?
I think everyone was looking for a change.
Sort of expecting it, even just like customers saying that they're like looking for a change, and yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, very surprised, and
Really?
they're very surprised. I thought we were a lot more moderate than that, and I just think there's just a general lack of understanding about how politics works.
Why do you think it is that people are turning towards One Nation?
Oh, because they're just fed up with things that are happening at the moment. A lot of things, doesn't matter who's in, I think, a lot of things that are happening will have happened anyway.
I think it really rings true that people want to see a different approach. Whether you support the candidate that was ultimately successful, I think the message is that the two top runners were not in a major party, and even to the point that Labor didn't even run a candidate.
The Liberal Party's just about dead.
Our Liberal member was Susan Lee, and she was up to her neck in this disaster. Another, she just had to go. She was going to be a disaster for us. And this is a problem for Angus Taylor and Matt Canavan, is they're dealing with the legacy of all that fraud past, a destructive past that we've had to deal with.
The issue around policy has affected these rural communities. I think the recent by-election, obviously with One Nation getting voted in, has just shown that communities are hurting at the moment.
60 plus, I think they've got a lot to answer for. Too many old white men are ruling the world, and they need to shut the
It is gross incompetence, fraud, corruption, incompetence and ignorance. And that's what we're rebelling against. And it was just crazy stuff. You know, you've got Helen Dalton at a state level and David Farley at a federal level, and they're going to make a lot more noise than the Nationals are.
I think everyone's had a gutful. Cost of living, poor decisions, undermining of our communities. I think that's the biggest thing. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
I'd say a quarter of a century coming, that we've got somebody like David Farley elected in One Nation.
Do you think that people in regional Australia feel a bit neglected?
Definitely.
Do you guys feel snubbed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, yeah. They say that it's easy to live in in the regional of Australia when everybody in the city sort of gets lower prices, and we're paying for stuff that gets brought out or done by regional Australia, and we're paying for it.
Oh, it's a huge snub. I was hoping that the current Middle East crisis leading to the fuel crisis might have been a bit of a wake-up call.
You know, the urban-rural political divide is just so vast at the moment. They just don't sort of understand the challenges that are being faced by people out here. The state's completely broken with how it runs. You live, if it's west of the Blue Mountains, the state government doesn't care, and that's both sides of politics.
It's a real slap in the face. I saw a quote from a farmer down Deniliquin Way that we felt invisible.
What would you be looking for to help lessen that divide?
I don't know, if you grew up in the city, just like South Korea has compulsory military service, you've got to have compulsory
Country service.
Yeah, country. Well, as in, yeah, you have to have some. You have to reside in a regional area for a period of 6 months in your 20s, maybe.
I love that idea.
Unless the Nationals and the Libs get their skates on, the only one party appears to be One Nation. It's a fresh start, but particularly David Farley is a fresh start because he's got a great intellect, he's got great tenacity, and he ain't giving up. Politics have been put ahead of the national interest. David's motivated by the region that he was raised in, which gave him lots of opportunities.
And do you think it's the change that you are desperate for?
I hope so.
I'm hoping it's going to be a good change, but hopefully a little bit better than what we've had recently.
If he doesn't do it right and he doesn't represent the community like he should, then see you later.
I mean, it's a good sugar hit short term, populist, right leaning, but long term, I'm not so sure, and I'm not even sure that Mr. Farley's going to go the distance with One Nation anyway. So
We are very passive people and it goes on and we take a lot. If Jim Chalmers hangs in there for 20 years, it might work. We want an immediate solution. We want something where this time next year we're talking about things improving.
People feel like they're not heard. This is a way to try and have a voice.